Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome everyone in today's class for the first elementary grade. Our textbook is Weekend 1 and today, inshallah, we will cover Unit 1 Animals Phonics Practice on page 27. This lesson will be presented by me, teacher Mazen Harbi, and the sign language by Mr. Salih Al-Ajan. So let's begin. So the first lesson, we did review our first phonics practice, where we did review these in the first worksheet, these letters, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. And we said that in order to answer these exercises, or the first phonics practice we have, we need to first listen to the letter and then trace it, and then we're going to write it on the line. As we did with the previous semester with other letters, where we did listen to these letters and also we trace these letters and also we did write them on the line. So today we're going to review and see how we did answer the first phonics practice. So as you can see here, from our first phonics practice, we had these letters U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. And what we did back then is that we traced the first letter, which is in this case, letter U. We did trace the letter U, and after we trace the letter U, we listen to it, letter U, we said it after the teacher, and then after tracing, we did write it on the line. We did write it on the line. So after we listen, after we trace the letter, we went back here and we traced the letter like this. We did trace the letter like this. Also with number 2, what we did is that we did trace the letter V. We did trace letter V like this, and we said that it is important that we are able to trace letters. It is important that we can trace letters so we can know how to write them. So after we listened to the letter V and after we traced letter V, so we went back and we did write it on the line. And the third letter we did listen to and trace was letter W. And we did trace letter W like this. And after we trace letter W, our third step was to write it here on the line, to write the letter W here on the line. And with number 4, we did listen to the letter X, and we traced it like this. We traced letter X, and after we did trace letter X, we went back here and write it on the line. So these were the first 4 letters that we did trace. Also with number 5, the 5th letter we did listen to and trace was letter Y. Letter Y. And here you go. This is how we traced letter Y. Like this. This is how we traced letter Y. And also the last letter we did listen to and trace was letter Z. Was letter Z like this. So these were the letters that we did listen to and trace, and also we did write it on the lines. Not only this, but we do also listen to these 6 words. And we said that how we can answer these questions with these words. We said that you're going to listen to one of these words, and when you do listen to them, what you need to do is to write only the first letter of each of these words. So let's remind ourselves with the words we have from last phonics practice. The words were umbrella, vase, wolf, fox, yard, and zebra. So what we're going to do now is that we're going to listen again to these words, and what we're going to write on each of these lines is we're going to write only the first letter of the word we hear. So let's move on and to number one, and let's listen to the first word. The first word we're going to write in number one is umbrella. Umbrella. So the word umbrella starts with letter U. The word umbrella starts with letter U. So what we're going to do now is that we're going to write the letter U, which is the first letter. Now let's listen to the second word. The second word is vase. Vase. So the second word is vase, and it starts with the letter V. Starts with letter V. Now let's listen to number three. The third word we have is wolf. Wolf. And wolf starts with W. So here we go, we write down W, which is the first letter. So now we have the fourth word, which is yard. Yard. So here yard starts with Y. So we go here and write the first letter, which is Y. And number five, the word is zebra. Zebra. So zebra starts with letter Z. So we go here and write letter Z. So as for the last word, in the last word we won't write the first letter, but we will write the last letter. Okay? So let's listen to the sixth word. The sixth word is fox. Fox. And the last word with the word fox, or the last letter with the word fox, is letter X. Letter X. So we go here and we write letter X. So here you go. This is how we did listen. Also we trace. Also we write these letters. Not only this, but also now we can say words with each of these letters. For example, with U, we have the word umbrella, with V, vase, with W, wolf, with X, we have the word fox that ends with X, and also with Y, we have yard, and with Z, we have zebra. So, let's get to know our objectives in today's lesson. At the end of this lesson, we hope that you will be able to trace also the first letter you hear and to be able to write it on the line. To do this, I would like you please to open your books on page 27. So what we're going to do with this worksheet is that we're going to trace all the letters starting from A up to Z. So what we're going to do now is that we're going to listen to these letters, and then we're going to trace the first letter of these letters. We have different group of letters here. So let's listen. First, listen to the first group of letters, and then I would like you to say them after me. And after we do this, we're going to trace them and write them on the line. So the letters we have on number one are A, B, C, D, E. Very good. And the letters we have with number two are F, G, H, I, J. Very good. So now what we're going to do is we're going to trace the first letters of these two sets of letters, and then we're going to write them here on the line. So here we have the first letter R, letter A, or is letter A. So what we're going to do now is that we're going to trace letter A like this. We're going to trace letter A. And after we do trace letter A, we go back here and we write it here on the line. We go back here and we write it on the line. So like this, we trace letter A and then we write it on the line. We write it on the line like this. We write it on the line like this. And after we do so, what we have to do now is we're going to move to the next letter. Is that we're going to move to the next letter. And the next first letter we have with number 2 is letter F. So here we go. We trace letter F like this. We trace it, try to copy how we write letter F. And then we go back here and we write it on the line. We go back here and we write it on the line. Now let's see the other sets of letters we have. Let's listen first to number 3. Number 3, the letters we have are K, L, M, N, and O. And with number 4, the letters are P, Q, R, S, and T. So what we're going to do is that we're going first to trace the first letter we have, the first letters we have like this, and then we go back here on the line and we write it like this. We go back here on the line and we write it. The same goes for letter P. The same goes for letter P, which is the first letter. So we go back here on the line and we write it. We go back here on the line and we write it like this. So this is the letter P. And the last sets of words or letters we have are U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. So let's trace here the first letter. And the first letter we have is letter U. The first letter we have is letter U. So we do trace letter U like this. We trace letter U like this, and we go here back on the line and we write it, letter U. So after this, after we did listen and also say and also trace and copy the letters from A to Z, now we will move to the last exercise we have, which is we're going to listen and write the first letters of the letters we hear. So here we have 10 places or 10 blanks. What we need to do is we're going to listen to each one of them and we write the letter. So the letter we're going to listen to in number 1 is the letter W. W. So we go here and we write letter W. With number 2, the letter is B. B. So here we go and we write letter B. With number 3, the letter is O. O. So here we go, we write letter O. As with number 4, the letter is X. X. So here we go, we write letter X. With number 5, the letter is U. U. So we go here and we write the letter U. As with number 6, the letter is C. C. So here we go. We write letter C. We write letter C with number 6, C. Now let's listen with number 7. The letter is E. E. So here we go. We write letter E. As with number 8, the letter is L. L. So we write letter L. As with number 9, the letter is P. P. So we go here and we write letter P. Here we go and we write letter P like this. And finally, the last letter we have is letter S. Letter S. And here we go. So this is how we can all trace, listen, and cover all letters from A to Z, and make sure you are able to do that. So now we have reached the end of our lesson. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.